You ready?
Let's go.
Today is finally the day. I have been thrashing on this car since I got home the other day, and Mallory's been working on it. We've got it to the point where we are a shifter cable away from driving this thing, or at least attempting to drive it for the first time. Now everything's not perfect. A lot of stuff isn't finalized, but we got to start getting through some of the shakedown stuff and just make sure any of it works. We've never driven this car more than like 10 feet.
Yeah, through the driveway.
Yeah, through the driveway because it was the old engine was knocking and stuff. That's my least favorite part because we got to drill a big hole through the floor to try to get the shifter cable through and everything. And then we got to check the timing and all that kind of stuff, lock the timing down, everything. But we should be driving this thing today, like first time ever. You want to drive it first? You've got no power steering, no power brakes. We don't know if the car, how it drives at all.
How about you drive it first? And that way if anything goes wrong,
It'll be my fault.
yeah.
Alright, let's get to work on putting this shifter cable in. Then we'll run through, because I had to completely disassemble it, so we'll run through resetting the shifter cable. I'll show you how to do that. Or at least I'll tell you how to do it because you're going to be working the shifter while I work underneath.
Okay,
And then we can put some trans fluid in it and fire it up.
sounds good.
This is always a pain because you have to drill through carpet. Fortunately, we have brand new carpet somewhere, so I'll probably just cut this one. I just got to find where I want my spot to be as far as cable going through the floor. So somewhere in this area. Here. Right where that stain is. Perfect. There's a nice stain there already. I need a better angle on this. This is why this is always a pain in the ass. It'd have been easier to do it when we had the trans out and do it from underneath, but we didn't think that far ahead.
It is in part. Probably forward. I need to be on the other side.
Alright, go ahead and bring it back to neutral.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in park.
Like that button. No, it's like sticking right there. It sticks.
Uh-huh.
I said it sticks.
We gotta get it warm to check the trans fluid. Alright, so go key on. Give it one pump of the gas. Try to fire it up. Try it again. out like you did. You shut the key off. Alright, go ahead. Try again. Spinning. Like the brakes aren't even working. Alright, watch out. Let me see. Delayed reaction with shutting the car off. Alright, let's figure this out so we can test drive it.
Because if you said you don't need brakes, and you're going to be the first one to drive it.
I need some kind of brake pedal. I don't need power brakes, but I need brake pedal to work. And with that amount of fluid in there, I feel like we're probably not doing too much. So we probably got to do like, at very minimum, bleed all the brakes. You go like this, because all you got to do is pump the brake pedal, yeah.
Not so bad.
No, that don't sound too terrible. All I gotta do is sit in the car.
You know, my foot does get tired.
Oh, my foot.
If it's exhausted, you gotta switch right and left.
Of course. But fire's right up. Timing, I'm good with. It's almost ready to drive.
Huh?
Pump the brakes. Spins.
Yeah.
Keep spinning. Stop.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to see.
Okay. I was gonna try to force through it.
We can take it for a small cruise shortly around the block because the e-brake works. It's like old school, like if your brakes fail, you use your e-brake as your brake.
Yeah.
So we can do that, but I think on actually like driving it, we're gonna have to order the brake line kit and just wait on it.
Okay.
It sucks, but I mean, we don't really have much other option.
Okay.
Wanna do that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have a little brake line leak that's going to keep us from really being able to drive this thing the way we want to. I just checked the e-brake, the emergency brake, parking brake, whatever you want to call it. That works. So I think we're going to go for a low speed around the back road cruise with people in front, behind us, whatever. You know, just to kind of work through the motions. We're just in a spot where I can start calling the parts stores and see if they have a brake line kit. You know, I know I can get one. I just looked it up and like Summit has a full brake line kit for like 80 bucks. So I think for that, it's worth just waiting to get the brake line kit. But we still have to move this thing out of the garage. We still have to get to working on other stuff and everything. So I do want to at least, even if it's 30 miles an hour or something, it wouldn't be the first time brakes have failed on a trip and I had to use the e-brake to get home. So old school hot rod shit, let's do it.
thing was clean at one point. Like I had the whole thing polished. And it was shiny as shit. It was super shiny.
You ready?
Let's go.
Oh, we lost our little power steering coupler hose there, but I just had them wound together. I was gonna say there's no leaks, but there is one leak, but that's simple. We just lost our little, where I had it looped together. Came off because I had one of those like just old regular clamps on it, not a new screw down. We had a little bit of water on the windshield. I think it was just the stuff that was stuck in. It's all right. We're either it needs some fine tuning.
Love your touch.
Well, there we have it. That was the first successful drive of the El Camino. Now, it wasn't the greatest success ever. It still needs some carb tuning, some timing, a little bit of a lot of things. It drives like crap. It's got no power steering, no power brakes. The brakes do work. It's just I knew we had a little leak, so I knew it was only going to work for so long. So, what do you think?
I like it. I'm happy.
Yeah. It was nice to. I'm glad we just at least went around the block a little bit. It felt pretty good. So after all the work and everything, you got to go around the block. I know we're gonna have to get some brake lines for it. I want to go ahead and order the other distributor gear so we can put the other distributor on it, so we can do a little bit more with, you know, timing and all that. We gotta put some kind of exhaust on it.
Oh yeah.
It's rowdy. It sounds really, really good. Like, it sounds way better outside the garage than it did inside the garage. Everybody we drove by was like, the hell is that thing? It's an El Camino chopping like that. So I'm not saying we're gonna like quiet it down a lot, but we're gonna put some kind of mufflers on it, something. So I'm looking forward to that. But now that we've gotten all that accomplished, we got to order parts, wait for them to come in. So it's time to do race car stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
the El Camino.
You can turn the key on the El Camino and start it up. So
thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Thank you.